Good afternoon and welcome to another development diary. These things are, well, we're getting pretty close to actual release now. What you're seeing behind me is Xanadu. That is complete in terms of geometry, almost complete in terms of gameplay. We've just completed the first half of our second playtest run through of Samael, which I thought was nearly finished, and I was not right. Lots and lots of bugs, most of them quite minor, which we're still fixing. So what we're fixing at this point, a lot of it is little things, like if you look at a specific place, there's going to be a point where the texture's flashing back and forth because there are two pieces of geometry that happen to collide on that particular area, and they're doing what's known as Z fighting, which looks like a sin. So we're fixing stuff like that. Fixing the fact that a couple of the houses are floating like 6 inches off the ground. It's not much. I mean, if it was a normal game, you'd probably get away with it, but in VR, it's easy to spot this sort of thing, so fixing that sort of thing. And there were a few bigger problems. In particular, the bats, which I fixed last week after their nasty tendency to run into buildings, flying monsters now have an equally nasty tendency to dive bomb on you and then suddenly begin spinning rapidly in the spot. Incredibly rapidly. It looks very pretty, it looks kind of like a ceiling fan. Not exactly what we were going for, though, and so I have to get in there and fix that. There's some potion bottles that aren't working. There's a monster that still skates gracefully across the floor when it should be, planting its feet. And there's something else that has no sense of personal space and tends to get right up next to you, because one of the issues, you may have seen this in other VR games, if you're not careful with your coding, when things get close to you, they will actually just come right inside your headspace, and from your point of view, you'll just see the inside of them, and it doesn't work too well. So that's another bug to fix. But it's still going all very, very well. I think we're very close to something that's is playable completely through, and then it's just polish elements. So I had better get back to work. I have, I think, literally 2 or 3 lines, maybe 10 lines of code total to do before the thing is finished playable, literally right to the end. And then it's all polish. So I have my pages, getting to work, talk to you next week.